Hello and welcome. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and in this piano lesson, you'll learn how to play my easy version of Silent Night, which will be just right for you if you have 1 or 2 or 3 years of piano experience. If you're looking for something even easier, check out my super easy tutorial, or if you're looking for something more challenging, check out my intermediate level tutorial. All right, let's get started by checking out the sheet music. Here's the sheet music for Silent Night, which I encourage you to download and print out from our website so you can have your own copy to work from at home. Now I've added this little chart. In my tutorials, I like to do more than just show you how to play the notes. You can find that in any tutorial. In my tutorials, I like to actually teach you something about music, which you can then apply to any song. So I made this little chart of rhythms because the rhythm of Silent Night I find is one of the most important things to be sure you get right. The time signature is 3/4. What does that mean? 3/4 means there will be 3 quarter note beats in every measure. And I encourage you as you're learning this to count those beats out loud. A measure is every one of these little boxes of notes. And 3 beats, we've got 1, 2. Now, if we look at this chart, we'll see a dotted quarter note equals 1.5 beats. So it gets all of beat 1, it only gets half of beat 2, which means this next note comes on the second half of beat 2, which in music we usually call the and of the beat, and we can mark that with a plus symbol. And then this quarter note gets beat 3. So we would count this rhythm like this: 1, 2, and 3. Or if we clapped it, 1, 2, and 3. Can you try counting that out loud while you clap it with me? Let's get ready, go. 1, 2, and 3. Try it one more time, go. 1, 2, and 3. That rhythm you're going to see again and again in Silent Night, so I want to make sure you get it correct. And then this next note is a dotted half note, which is 3 beats, we can see from our chart. And that means it takes up the whole measure, 1, 2, 3. So if we put that together, we get 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. I find that with students, sometimes they want to rush these beats. So make sure you count a steady beat so you're holding the notes the correct amount of time. Now looking ahead, let's just review some symbols. We've got this repeat sign pointing forward. And you may recall, if you've learned about repeat signs, that you'll just ignore that the first time. You go through it because it's pointing this way, kind of in the flow of the music. So you just go past that one. And then when you get to this one, which points this way, this repeat sign teleports you back to this repeat sign. So the flow of music will go zoop, zoop, you ignore it. Then here, this repeat sign teleports you back to here. You do this again, and then you'll keep going on from there. Let's find our hand position. Our finger 1 of the right hand is on middle C, and left hand finger 3 is on A of the bass staff. So you'll see that our thumbs are going to be a little bit crowded here. If you want to put one slightly below the other, that's just fine. Find a way that it feels comfortable. And let's look what's happening here in the first 2 measures. Our right hand will play C while the left hand plays A. 1, 2, and 3. And notice the left hand has to hold that A down for all 3 beats of the measure while the right hand is playing the melody. 1, 2, and 3. And then the left hand takes over the melody here in the next measure, and we play this chord, F and A. So all together we get 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm playing it softly because of this piano mark. Now, your turn to try. Ready, go. Good. Then what do we have in measures 3 and 4? Same notes again. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I want you to pause the video and work on these first 4 measures until you feel very confident, and I encourage you to count the beat out loud as you play. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. And that will make sure that you're getting all the rhythms correct. Pause to work on those first 4 measures, then press play and we'll go on. Next, let's look at just the right hand alone. What's this next note? If you said G, you're correct. And we've got our finger 5 on G, so go ahead and use finger 5. 1, 2, 3, then it skips down, 2, 3 steps up to F. 1, 2, 3, then what's this note? If you said middle C, you're correct. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, pause the video and work on those 4 measures on your own, then press play to go on. Let's look at what the left hand is doing here. We start with finger 2 on a B flat, 1, 2, 3, then skips down to G, 2, 3, steps up to A, 2, 3, then what? It skips down to F, step up, step up. And quarter notes, so we get 1, 2, 3. Let's listen to what that sounds like with the right hand. It's beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, I'd like you to pause the video and work on the left hand alone a couple of times, and then if you want to challenge yourself, try it hands together, and then press play to go on. Now, we get to this repeat sign, but since it's facing forward, we'll just ignore it the first time. We'll go through it, and let's look at the right hand alone next. We have a D for 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, then skip up, 1, 2, and 3, and then it steps back down. Try it with me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then what? 1, 2, and 3. It's just like the beginning again. Now, let's look at what the left hand is doing. We start on a B flat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, step down, 1, 2, 3, then this chord. Try it with me. Let's start with the left hand on the B flat and count the beat with me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, now it steps down, 1, 2, 3, then chord, 1, 2, 3. Hands together, we get this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. I'd like you to pause the video and work on this section between the repeat signs. By the way, when you get to that repeat sign, you'll go back and do this section again. So practice this section in the repeats and then press play when you're ready to go on. Once you do this section, you do the repeat, then you'll see a finger 3 over G. Well, our finger 5 was there before, so now how do we get finger 3 there? We're going to have to shift our right hand over, so finger 3 is now on G, and that's to get your hand ready to be able to play your finger 5 on this B flat. To help your finger 5 reach, you might want to glide your hand forward. You can even play in between the black keys, so it's a little more comfortable to play that part. So watch this again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And that's for sleep in heavenly. Okay, now you try. Move your hand to this position and try to play it. Go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now, after that, we get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's put all that together. We get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now pause the video and work on that section, just right hand alone, then press play to go on. Now let's add in the left hand. In these 2 measures, the right hand is playing by itself. For sleep in heavenly, then on peace, the left hand comes in, peace. Notice the left hand adds this A, 2, 3, C. 2, 3. And together with the right hand, it's very beautiful. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you try. Try both the right hand and the left hand. They both play together and they both skip up together. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it again. Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The right hand's using fingers 2 and 4. The left hand's using finger 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All together we get 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. Now, pause the video to work on that section, both hands together, then press play to go on. We're ready for the ending now. The right hand plays F, then the left hand plays C, A. So all together, sleepin'. Now your turn. Good. Sleep in heavenly peace. Now the tricky part of this, in my opinion, is we step down, then skip down. And notice the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3. Let's practice just that measure. Fingers 1, 2, 4. Try it with me. Go. 1, 2, and 3. And then we step down to F. And that makes heavenly peace. And we hold that 3 beats. And then remember, because of the 8 VA symbol, our right hand comes up an octave. And we play this final chord very softly. Pianissimo, it says. Okay, so let's listen to this whole line. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See these lines getting closer and closer and closer in the music? That's a decrescendo marking, which means gradually gets softer and softer and softer to the end. Okay? Now that we've made it to the end, let's look around for some dynamic markings. The beginning, we start piano, which means soft. So we'll play very peacefully and soft. And then we stay that way for a while. Then you'll notice down here in this repeat section, we have our first crescendo, which means we're going to get a little bit louder here. And then a decrescendo means we'll come back to soft. Then we repeat. 1, 2, 3. We'll crescendo, get a little louder here. And then we'll get softer again here. 1, 2, 3. Now mezzo piano and crescendo up to that note. That can be an exciting note. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to start our decrescendo, getting softer and softer. 1, 2, 3. And the softest. Great work learning how to play Silent Night today. I hope you enjoyed playing it. Merry Christmas and happy playing! Mr. Hoffman, where did the song Silent Night come from? Well, it was first performed on Christmas Eve in 1818 at the St. Nicholas Church in Oberndorf, Austria. The people of Austria had just lived through a terrible war. And when the war was finally over, a young priest named Joseph Mohr was walking late at night around Christmas time. He was inspired by the peace he saw, so he wrote a poem that began, Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. What does that mean? It's German for Silent Night, Holy Night. Oh, so the original Silent Night is in German? That's right. Joseph Mohr gave the poem he had written to his friend, a musician named Franz Gruber, who composed a melody for it. Then, on Christmas Eve in 1818, just over 200 years ago, Silent Night was performed for the very first time, as these two friends sang it together in harmony, while Joseph played the guitar. Do you know what I learned about Silent Night? What, Princess? During World War I, on Christmas Eve, many soldiers from both sides completely stopped fighting with each other. They sang Silent Night and other Christmas carols They even came out on the battlefield to play games and trade things. I love that story. Is it a true story? Yes. Princess is right. It is. Wow! Christmas was able to stop a whole war? It did for a time. I think Christmas helped to remind them that we're all brothers and sisters. And instead of fighting with each other, we should be sharing with each other. And playing games. And singing. That's right. We should do more of all of those things. And not just at Christmas time, but all year long. Thanks for sharing that story, Mr. Hoffman. And you too, Princess. You're welcome, Scuba. And Merry Christmas to everyone at home. And Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas, Mr. Hoffman. And Happy New Year! Aww.